Hello, 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 YouTube fans and Facebook fans. Good to see you again. We're going to be talking about life path number 4 this time. Life path 4. Now, each one of us has a life path. It's based on the month, day, and year we were born. And that's what we'll be talking about here at Paranormal Talks. This is numerology. It's one of the divination tools, along with astrology, tarot cards, oracle cards, runes, all of those. These are all divination tools, which numerology is one of the metaphysical sciences, used to help us navigate more successfully, easily, and more happily through life. If every parent would have their child's numerology chart done at birth, their child would be so much more successful and happier through their journey in life. I'm not kidding. These are old, ancient divination tools that were developed hundreds and hundreds of years ago to help us do exactly this. Now, before we get into the life path 4, the life path 4 is, I want to make a few announcements because this is paranormaltalks.com. We do have a website, paranormaltalks.com. We have a video store, and on the video store, you can get very, very affordable hour to 2 hour long videos of seminar leaders and educators along the lines of the paranormal, supernatural. Paranormal Talks, we are educational, and we're here to educate you and to help you understand that as humans, as humanity, the paranormal is normal, and the supernatural is actually natural. It's brainwashing that has been done to us to move us away from that. Why? I don't know. That's very weird, but that seems to be the case of it. Anyway, please go to paranormaltalks.com and the video store. We have ET abductees talking about their abduction on the spaceships, as well as UFO contactees. We also have near-death experiencers talking about how they died or how they were killed and their return from death. We have panels of death experiencers along with panels of UFO abductees and UFO contactees. We have psychics, we have mediums, we even have inventors who have cameras and the technology to photograph our auras, you know, the energy around us, where they can see stuff and people and things in our auras. Very, very educational. It really expands your world. That's what Paranormal Talks is about. If you want a safe little world, then Paranormal Talks may not be for you. And this is very appropriate because we'll be talking about life path number 4. Who likes more control in their world, or to learn that in their world. One last announcement is we do have second Sunday meetups here in Denver, right here in Denver, Colorado, every second Sunday starting at 1:30 p.m., where you can be with people just like you who want to know more and want to expand their world about themselves. Okay, now let's look at life path 4. Now, unlike the previous life path, number 3, which was an air element, life path 4 is earth. Every life path has its element about it, and it helps describe what you are to learn on that life path. Now, unlike your destiny number or personality number or your other numbers, the life path is the lesson you are to learn in this lifetime. It's a skill set, it's a knowledge, it's an area that you are lacking, and you came here as a soul to learn it. So the life path number 4, whereas the number 3 was we could almost call flighty and very sociable. The number 4, not so much. Where the number 3 was very sort of scattered and knew a lot of things about a lot of different things in a shallow, kind of superficial manner. Not with the 4. The 4, you are to learn to be stable, organized, dependable, detailed, logical in this lifetime. Now, I've studied numerology for a decade or more, and I've tested it. So I can go out on the internet, as you can, and look at a lot of the descriptions given to these life paths, the learning, the lessons you are to learn in life path, as well as descriptions of how that manifests when it's your destiny number or when it's your personality number. And I have studied these numbers using people's names, and I'm going to mention it here for the first time, since it has to do with the number 4, and I'll be mentioning it also when we get to the numbers life path 6 and 7. But the life path number 4, I have found to be the most dominant number in the names of famous artists. I mean, famous fine artists, modern artists, all of those kinds of artists, because the life path number 4 is the number of the small businessman, the small business owner. And if you look at what an artist does, they are in effect a small business owner with a product that they manufacture. So no wonder that the number 4 finds up in an artist's name. I'm not saying their life path because I didn't study the life paths of famous artists. I studied their name. So it's very, very interesting. So the life path number 4 is to learn to be an organizer. In corporate America, that would be someone who would fall into middle management. They would be a manager or a director or maybe a vice president, but definitely a director to management level. The staff line person who makes sure that things are organized, that they're planned, that there's a master plan in place, and that there are smaller subplans underneath the master plan to ensure that the master plan goals are met and achieved. The life path 4, learn to handle money and these material resources of life. That's why we find the life path number 4 for accountants, bookkeepers. I'm not saying big financiers of the world, but the accountants, the CPAs, the ones who really know how to crunch the numbers. They know what the numbers mean. They know how to plan the numbers out in the future to help you hit your revenue goals. That's the number 4. The life path number 4, learn to be loyal. Learn to be loyal and to be there for your small group of friends. Now, number 4 life path is not here to learn to be all sociable and to plan parties and to ensure that people are entertained and that they have a really good time like a number 3 life path does. A number 4 is to get the work done. They are the worker bees. The life path number 4, learn to work hard. Learn to plan your work and execute your work and complete your work. It doesn't sound very fun, does it? But number 4 is the salt of the earth. It's the 4 corners of the earth. It what keeps this earth stable. It what keeps our companies running day in and day out, which means you have a job day in and day out. That's a number 4. It's not so exciting. In fact, it could be very tedious, but that's what it takes to achieve stability. And of course, each life path kind of breaks up what the last life path achieved, and that's good because we learn all of these skills through our incarnations here on Earth. The life path number 4, learn to be cautious. We'll find that the life path number 5 is to learn to take risks. But right now, during this life path, learn to be cautious and prudent and think through carefully what you're going to spend your time on, what you're going to spend your money on, what you're going to spend your emotions on before you invest in those activities or those peoples or those places. That's a number 4. It can make you feel really kind of warm and fuzzy. If you don't like risk, if you're really against that, then this life path number 4, well, that may be you. What else about that? So there are negative parts to a life path number 4, but those can be more like opinion. But these are the core things that a life path number 4 should learn. So with a life path number 4, the way you could learn these things is, of course, by going into engineering. Very detail-oriented. It's conceptualizing something, planning the building of it, and then building it and manifesting it into this material world. That's a great way to learn what you need to learn as the lesson of the life path number 4. The architect, same thing. When you build something, it needs to have those 4 corners to be stable so the building stands and people can run up and down the stairs and up and down the elevators. That's the architect. That's the number 4 life path. Mathematician, that's dealing with numbers, and it's very methodical. It's logical. It is step by step. You don't go to the next step until the previous step was built well and was built in a solid manner. So you have the next foundation to build the next step. And that's progress. It may be slow, but it's dependable and long-lasting progress. That's the number 4 life path. So the engineer, the architect, the mathematician, the mechanic, goes along the same with an engineer, sculptor, mason, because it is an earth life path. So to deal with things of the earth, the material things of the earth, to accumulate money, to accumulate resources, and then use those to build a long-lasting life for your family and your heirs. That's number 4. And just learning to deal with all those details. You know, the devil is in the details. All these great ideas and amazing thoughts that say a life path number 1 is supposed to go after. Well, who do you think gets those things built for a life path number 1 lesson? Who do you think makes these grand ideas last for the following generations to take advantage of? Well, it's the person who learns these things and fulfills their life path number 4. So be happy that you have a life path number 4. You're greatly needed, especially as we move into the turbulent times in this country, America, as we move more into the 2020s. Because as things are torn down, you are the one who will be here to plan, execute, and build the new societies and worlds that we'll be living in our future generations. So thank you very much, life path number 4. Bless you. And please visit us at paranormaltalks.com. And if you could be so kind to please like us on the like button below, because we love to keep this education flowing to you and helping you as you navigate through your life. Thank you much. This is JJ signing out. Until next time. Bye.